Good morning, guys. It's your old pal Brian. I have decided to stay at camp today because I am not 100%, as aforementioned yesterday, when it comes to type of diabetes drug I have to take. And it was really disappointing because, first of all, it's inconsistent. The other thing is that thing is loud, ain't it? What did George call it? The coffee grinder? But yeah, I got up this morning. I wasn't feeling 100%, and 15, I don't know. When did I get started with this? 15, 18 years ago with radio control. I found that if you ain't feeling it, all you're going to do is crash your whirly gig. And I went ahead and unloaded my planes because it's going to be Saturday maybe, and I don't know if I'm going to go out. Actually, it wouldn't hurt me to go out Saturday morning before, the festivities start. I don't know where we're going to go or what we're going to do, actually. Might just stay here. We love staying here. Got a little wind coming from my right. Little breeze action. So I'm just going to fly out some of the batteries on my whirly gigs. I hate leaving these things charged for so long, so they don't get flown as frequently. Ooh, gotta be careful now, Mr. Dude. End up doing a Dale. Hey, while I'm thinking about it, don't know if the Rowdies will hear this, but Rowdies, I forgot about McMoyer yesterday. He's my silent viewer. Azir, Rick. It looked like he had some stuff for sale. I think you have the coolest bachelor pad ever. Really, I do. Hey, didn't you buy a camper? Yeah, I think you bought a camper. You're going to put that thing to use? If so, I'm not sure the app my wife uses, but a lot of the problems we ran into, not problems, but trepidation, or a lot of the time-consuming planning that we used to have, now it's, I forget the name of it. Just shoot me a note if you want to know. It's RV app or something like that, RV trip app or something. And man, when my wife first started using it about 5 or 8 years ago, it was terrible. I mean, it wasn't just bad, it was terrible. Well, man, they have figured it out. And she says her trip planning is just a whole lot better. And then now, of course, with the AI, if you're wanting to do an itinerary, that is wherever it is you're going to go, and you want to see things to do, I mean, it is amazing how I asked my wife, I said, what do you think? She says, 8 years ago, if AI was available, it would have reduced her workload by 90%. 90. Just what a handy tool. And it's not 100%. I don't know that there is anything 100%. A little breeze stop. But boy, it's a boon. RV something. RV Trip Wizard maybe? Holy crap. So I do feel well enough to fly this thing around and take care of the dogs and do my day-to-day activities, but y'all know what I mean. When you're not feeling it, you take your little whirly gig out and you crash same. My daughter, that's Ellie, she's being a hassle. She has decided not to listen to me or her mother. So I let her out this morning off lead. And where does the princess go? Where do you think food may have been dropped to the ground around here locally? Let's see, shall we? maybe over there. Yeah, she runs right over there at 5 a.m. Commences to root around looking for s'more bits. Found them. All the while I'm going, Ellie, 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 come. She's 12 and a half years old and is not going to participate in that behavior at all. She says, I am not coming to my father. I will not do anything I don't want to do. So there. All right, that battery's cooked off enough. Let's fly something else, because that's 10 minutes. And even though I'm more than capable, as we know, to run my mouth for longer.
Throttle active.
So yeah, I'll follow up on my ease on my responses on my channel, and you know, the normal dumb stuff that I always do. Okay, so that one is we're gonna say that one can still be flown. We may cook some of this off here. And excuse me, you can't see what I'm doing, but I've got 2 batteries for this MD500. And let's take the big old hooey out, shall we? Shall we? The hooey. I wish I had a better place to put my camera. I really do. We'll try this. Let's see if it bounces around. It probably will. What else? Yeah, the 250th celebration is coming. My wife has decorated the
Switch warning. High rates. Takeoff. Stabilized mode.
the yard appropriately. The rig. We put our big old Timu. Is that going to bounce around or what? What's that going to do? Let's just see. Can't hurt it. I say that. Oop. It is telling me that my card is not inserted. Let's insert said card better. Yeah, she got the place looking nice. Went out yesterday and started running around doing mom stuff.
0 volts.
So yeah, I had to send my buddy Ralph a note this morning and told him I am not coming over, I'm not feeling it. And he understands completely, because that's about how he lives his life on a daily basis anyway.
Landing. Takeoff.
Okay. This thing has been, what have we done here? Yeah. Let me, I think it'll shut itself down. I don't know if I like that. I think it's going to fall off, or what's going to happen here. I'm like, it's just going to bounce around. Let's just put it, if we're going to run the camera, let's just do so.
8.4 volts.
Like so. It'll be like in the tube beep, guys, guys, guys. Okay, guys. Hey, poor old thing. He's devastated. Let's shut that thing off.
Throttle hold. Throttle active.
Yeah, I told y'all this thing's experiencing odd behavior.
8.4 volts.
Yeah, I did this the other day. Just kind of run wide open and then it starts blinking. So let's reboot it.
Throttle hold. Telemetry lost. 8.3 volts. Throttle active. Telemetry recovered.
There we go. Yeah, I think this thing's probably getting close to the end of its useful life after a while. I don't know how many flights. I'm not one of those anal retentive guys that count my flights. But yeah, pour in the tube deep. His 15 minutes of fame is gone because they are no longer
8.3
doing the news at the beach. At the at the Marine room. You know, I've stood right there and flown aircraft with both of him and Scott. You know, I hooked up my FPV camera, or my FPV cameras now work on my DJI Sport goggle.
8.2 volts.
And what I need to do is kind of plan a day to go fly either here or really, well, I don't want to use this thing out there. Oof, let's stay away from the trees. This thing is not responsive. But I have them big goggles, which basically takes 5.8 that's crappy and makes it significantly crappier on a bigger screen. It's hilarious, but that was actually a good plan and it works. It has better, you can video through the goggle itself and not have to do ghetto solutions like what I have done.
8 volts.
With my DJI, my small DJI goggles. Anybody coming this way? Cool. Oh, there's the old man. So the weather degrades, I think, this afternoon, and then it starts to degrade all tomorrow, Wednesday. I'm going to go get my blood drawn
7.9 volts.
for labs at the local hospital tomorrow. And we need to see how my chemistry is going. I'd be interested to know if I want to know what my A1C is, which is your average blood sugar. And if it's in, then we're good to go, and I just keep taking Mount Gero. Yeah, when you fire up this thing on that little computer and it doesn't give you pitch, roll, and yaw and just runs wide open, call that a clue.
7.8 volts.
Yeah, we're about down enough. These batteries are expensive. I don't know if they've made a hack on them yet. Landing. So I wonder if they're gonna mow my yard today. You literally never know. Well, when you get in your ground effect in there, it starts to screw stuff up. Yeah, I completely disassembled this one back when I first got it because we were going to use an ELRS solution for it, which I thought was a great idea, but can't remember if the guy was German or not. Real nice fellow that helped me out with this. He was successfully able to use ELRS, small receiver, and then with that, some dude was able to reverse engineer this bad boy and we were able to very successfully just use the multi-protocol module. So basically the way it works is the guy that did this, oh, you can get in here and replace that battery if you crack that case open. Actually never really noticed. Yeah, what you can do is he had to have one of these in his hand to make it work. The reverse engineering guy, computer guy. So someone sent him one, and he was able to download the settings, the innards, if you will.
Switch warning.
I think that's a technical term, innards. Now these 100 size ones are just so great because they're quiet. You know, if you worry about pissing your neighbors off, this is the kind of foolishness you want to get into.
3. Binding.
Love that little bug. Isn't it cool? Had a real nice time yesterday. So what I end up doing is I ordered 8 props, because when you crash that little paraglider, that 2.4 meter paraglider, it invariably apparently damages an APC prop right away. By the way, I've told y'all the many reasons why I don't have a private pilot's license, and it's because I'm functionally an idiot, and something small will get me killed.
9 minutes.
I'll get distracted and a squirrel will run out in front of me or something, and I am likely to get myself killed. And yesterday's a shining example. I put the prop on that morning, and I put it on backwards. So my first launch, which would have been successful had I had the proper amount of thrust, failed because I simply had the prop on backwards on my paraglider. Turned it around, and second launch, I think, no wind yesterday, so it's going to be different with a little bit of wind or a lot of bit of wind, but I think I may have it pretty close down on launching. Also had to order something else. Oh, an ESC. My ESC died. I lost a receiver just standing there. And then I lost power on my, I don't know if y'all noticed that. I can't remember. I haven't reviewed the tape. I just put it up, but it looks like you might hear me say on the second and last flight, I go heads up, Ralph, and dead stick it in, which oddly enough I landed it on its wheels. So the spurious results I was getting with my I thought it was swamping with my transmitter, because that does happen. It turns out it was a bad ESC. You hear it goes beep beep beep, and then nothing. So our friends at Amazon are shipping me a new one. I almost bought the cheapest one possible for $20, but holy crap, man, they did not review well. So I ordered the one where $1,200 for $10 more, where 1,200 people gave their express joy. I just hope it fits. I forgot about that. The ESC is in a like a little corner of the frame, but they all are kind of the same, unless you buy a car ESC with a big old giant heat sink. Isn't this thing cool? I don't know how much I bought. Probably not $50 to the door. I finally sprung for another battery because I like the thing so much. I love the MD-500 anyway, so I think it's a beautiful aircraft. Almost like the Huey. Prettier than the Huey, but the Huey in its own way is beautiful. What else? So that thing will be up next week. Just enjoying life. Um, you know, minor minor
6 minutes.
nuances that are annoying, notwithstanding. Like my had a longtime British friend, Simon Broughton. He has been out of my life the last 5 or 8 years, but we were just thick as thieves for the longest time. And it's funny, he discovered girls basically. And that was the end of that. Girls and them spastic sheepdogs. But what he called what I'm experiencing, which is a terrible general malaise, 1 or 2 days a week. He called the lurgy.
5 minutes.
He called it the lurgy. He goes, I've got a bit of the lurgy. Folks can drive by and laugh at their eccentric neighbor. That'd be me. You know, he didn't bother anybody, and he flew what appeared to be radio-controlled helicopters. I haven't done much dumpster flying this season. What a fun aircraft this is.
4 minutes.
Okay. 6 minutes, I could probably fly longer. And that's on a 1-cell battery. Absolute insanity.
Throttle hold.
It has been quite warm here. Excuse me, 80 degrees. But it's funny when you look across the nation. They show how unbelievably hot it is and it's going to be. And they get about halfway up Maine, and they go, I guess they go, the heat wave in the northeast. And then we are what they call the county. So just cut a lateral line in Maine.
Throttle active. Binding.
Across one half of it, and we're in the northern half, least populated. There's more moose than humans, seriously. So that is about the weather line. So they're going to be in the 90s, mid-nation, northeast, feels like 100, and we're up here suffering through 80 whole degree weather. It's hilarious. Yeah, people go, why do you love northern Maine? No reason. The bugs have eased up. Oh my God, the bugs have eased up. When you talk to the locals, basically what they say is well, it's May 15th through about mid-June. No, it's not. It's May 15th through latter part of June, sometimes into July. So got relief out there at the club. I mowed after I hung out with y'all. I went ahead and mowed the parking area. One of the other guys mowed the main field a couple of days before. Also, something very important, I sent out nobody knew the actual physical street address out there. Now, if I have a medical emergency, or let's say Ralph, who has fallen out there before, has a medical emergency, you 911 them, but it's gonna be a slow road. So I happened to be in town the other day, and forgive me if I've already discussed this with you, but I stopped by the property appraiser's office, and super nice fella. He actually is cluing me in on my next phone because I am buying I don't want a phablet.
8 minutes.
I want a phone. And he had one of them, I seldom see them, one of them folding phones. Said it works great. You know, this is probably the 5th iteration of it, and they just are starting to work very well now, which is pretty cool. Little bird. Bell 206. I don't know what ERARC's designation is, but it's something like C something, 120 something. They're their own designations for these things. One cell battery. Probably fly it for 6 minutes or so. We thought it's across the street is 81 Latham Road,
7 minutes.
which is in the town of Chatham or Chatham. Well, across the street we are 36 Latham Road, Presque Isle. That's important. 2 different places, geographically close together. So what we end up doing is banging our little helicopter into our camera. What we end up doing is now we have a definitive street address. It's on city property, and one fourth of the property for us is our little flying club, and the other ones are a water treatment facility you may or may not have seen from the air, where they pump water out and do water reclamation.
6
Isn't that
minutes.
cool? Landing, yeah, we've flown it for about 4 minutes. I'm gonna go in and get the Bell
Throttle hold.
C-138 or whatever the heck it's called. The batteries that only work when you when you charge them right away. Oh, wait a minute. Well, we're gonna just test this, you and I. No, I don't have the battery. Never mind. I gotta go in and get the battery. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, slipped in. I got a battery. You did not need to see my lovely wife and her all together. She's still having her coffee. Although she does look lovely for a woman of 70. Ooh, I gotta talk to her. Told her the other day I want to get her whatever she wants for her birthday present, but
Binding.
I don't know that we ever settled on anything. And if I need to Amazon it or otherwise, I need to get that stuff here. Okay, let's see if this thing works. Yeah, if you charge them the morning of, you're good to go. You wait, it's going to discharge. This is my first one. This is actually my first one. I bought it directly from RCERA. Paid about $20 too much, and I told y'all the story. They shipped it to the wrong guy, and I go, well, when am I going to get mine? And they go, well, we're going to see if he's going to ship it back. I go, he ain't going to ship it back. This is all email. No, this is America. This is his. He is not going to give it back. It's just how it works. It's not about right and wrong. It's about an amoral society going the way of Rome. So for $3,
9 minutes.
I got a new board, which is not the original board. The one not the OG board, because the mounting stuff, it didn't fit. And I found some dude who marked everything off on on a photograph of the new board. Very cool. So instead of it mounting on 3 points, it ended up mounting on, or 4 points, it mounted on 2, and then I just used double back tape on the other one. And it flew wonderfully. In the meantime, though, because I was annoyed, I think I told y'all I stalled the blades on this, and they were actually one of the virtues is, well, you can't stall the blades and burn the thing up. Yes, you can. Smoke rolled out, literally, on this little one cell deal. Smoke rolled out.
8 minutes.
So what ended up happening was I went ahead and bought another one for $20 less. Now I have 2. Now what I was able to do is I was able to do the light mod, which I just love. I tried that. I told y'all on my MD500, no joy. I do not want one bright light and one dim light. That was the closest I could get. I even used resistors. There was nothing you can do. At least one board for those lights. Look at that thing. Just, it is the anti-Huey. All that tail authority, man. I think my buddy AMRC still has his, and has a love-hate relationship.
Minutes.
Probably one of the coolest things I ever did was learn how to fly nose in on my 500. Actually, I had the Hobby King version of the 500 first, which is not, it's, I don't know, 75-80% the quality of a line T-Rex. And then a Vietnam War era Huey pilot in the community next to me put on sale on Craigslist an Align 500 for sale. Never flown. He put it together and didn't fly it. And I went to his house, and in uniform actually, happened to be, because I didn't want that thing getting snatched up. And lo and behold, it was still available, and he was really nice. He was going to keep the servos, and he sold them to me for a song. I flew that thing. I used the Fubar, which was Hobby King stole a German fly-barless head. I forget the name of it. It was something bar, though. Well, I didn't want to spend $300 on that, so I spent $49. I should have bought a dozen of them on the Fubar, which is funny as hell. Ooh, my eyes are watering. I'm like, I'm not getting it too deep. Trying to get a decent thumbnail. Flew that thing for a bunch of years, and then, what had happened was the Vietnam War era pilot had gotten scared. He said, I am deathly afraid of this thing, and I do not want to
5 minutes.
get myself hurt. I made it out of Vietnam. That's how I ended up buying it. Oh, there we go. Not bad for batteries that are iffy at best. All right, that's all the blather I got for you guys today. I figured I'd hang out a little bit because it's going to be some days. Come look at my other videos if you like, if you're bored out of your skull. Landing.
Throttle hold.
Well, that's not that wonderful, but it'll do. I'm going to put all this gear up and continue discharging batteries and call it a day. Hang out with a wife and kids. As always, all the best, and see ya.